be on my fault. Tripod start acting crazy. Start acting crazy. Alright, here we go. Y'all gonna get on this and be like, yo, what was you doing? Hold up. Alright, hold on. Yo. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm doing all messed up. Alright, man. Yo. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today we got a few things we need to talk about. But before we get started, if you could for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. If you ain't catching me live, hopefully you can catch me, when they upload. You can rewatch the video and do the same thing. But today we're going to be talking about this upcoming upcoming matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. And from what I saw last week, I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of, because I know I ain't really talked there. There's been a lot of crazy games week one, but I did get a chance to watch the Chiefs game this past Friday against the Chargers. Now, Chargers look good, of course. They have a better built team. Chiefs, first play of the game, Kelce takes out Xavier Worthy. I think he's going to be out. I think he's day to day, if I'm not mistaken. I do have the injury report for both teams. I did have it up here, and it's a lot. They have a lot of people that are not. Well, I can't say a lot, but I know for right now, Xavier Worthy and Jalen Royals, so both are wide receivers, and they both did not participate. I know Xavier Worthy, one of their top wide receivers, he gets hurt week one. Travis Kelce runs into him. I think he sustained a shoulder injury, I want to say. I think they say he's going to be out. So Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown are going to be your top two wide receivers that you really got to worry about. And don't get me wrong, I like Hollywood Brown. Decent wide receiver, but at the same time, I like Quinyon on him. Yo, what's going on, Doomsday? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you always stopping through, too, man. We got to get you on the show, man. Let me know what's going on, man, so we can get you up on here, bro. But, but back to the Chiefs, man. So they got, I like Quinyon on Hollywood Brown, and then Smith-Schuster. I mean, you can throw whoever you want to throw on him. I think Adoree Jackson can handle that pretty well. So I just think, for the most part, we don't come out, off of what we did to him in the Super Bowl. Of course, we know we know what we did to them in the Super Bowl, but they do have the opportunity not to end their season, but make it harder for them to get to the playoffs, especially with them playing in the AFC. Like I said, the Chargers look like a decent team. I ain't gonna cap, but when you put the lights on Justin Herbert, things start to happen. But for a week one game, the loss that they took, I know they're gonna come out, they're gonna want to play, but it seems like they're having difficulties within the team. You got the Drew Tranquil. I think his first name is Drew. But Drew Tranquil and oh man, what's my man name? That's their top. Was it defensive tackle? I can't even think of my man name right now. Chris Jones, excuse me. But going at it week one, getting into it and stuff like that. So they had practice all week. They practiced all week on this situation, just for him to be, I guess he was trying to call him selfish a little bit because he went for the sack instead of trying to, work as a team and do what they've been talking about all week. So they got some things going on over there. They're not really building a team around Patrick Mahomes like they should. I know a lot of people complain about Jalen Hurts and what he can do, if he's elite, if he's not elite. The team around him, the caliber of players and how he uses them. But at least the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I'm saying? They find value in Jalen Hurts to the point where they know they can add these pieces around him and he can get the job done, as we already seen. And I feel like the Chiefs ain't doing that. They just depend on Patrick Mahomes and his greatness. And don't get me wrong, great quarterback, but they're just dependent on him to get it done. So we'll see, man. But I really do think the Philadelphia Eagles can go in there this week, Sunday at 4:25 or whatever time they start playing, and they can just end the season for the Chiefs, man, and it would be a perfect ending. It would be a perfect ending because don't get me wrong, Chiefs they had the run and everything like that, but I do feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are still primed to go back to the Super Bowl. Howie Roseman is never sleeping, as you see. Um, um, uh, Tank Bigsby gets signed to the team. You feel what I'm saying? And I can understand why because Will Shipley sustained, I want to say it's a rib injury, and that's something that's going to probably keep him out. They said from 6 to 12 weeks, so that could be the whole season, damn near. So hopefully he get himself together. So, but yeah, man, we just I just feel like taking it week by week, man. So like I said, this week we got the Chiefs. Taking it week by week. You see they got some issues going on with them and things like that. We also have some issues. But just taking it week by week, man. So we got the Chiefs this week. If we can end them how we need to end them, by all means do that. So AJ Brown didn't have a AJ Brown didn't have a good game. I don't want to say he had a good game, but yeah, he didn't really have a good game. They really ain't targeting him last week against the Cowboys. But interview came out. My man had that smile on his face, looking real devilish. I ain't gonna lie, but in a good way. You know, he looked like he ready to go out there and do what he need to do. So I got AJ Brown going off. I know they're going to try and do what the Cowboys, did to him, but I feel like this is where Kevin Patullo has to step up and show us that he can adjust. He can adjust his offensive plan in real time, man, because I understand like week one, a lot of those top players didn't get, you know, the yards that they were looking for. Even a lot of quarterbacks didn't throw for a lot of yards. And don't get me wrong, you still had Justin Herbert. If you got to watch the Ravens game, which was crazy because your boy was about to go to sleep. But I'm glad I stayed up. But you see him go for what? Almost was it 400 yards or something like that? Josh Allen, I'm talking about. So a lot of a couple of quarterbacks went on, but a lot of these quarterbacks didn't get crazy. So I'm thinking if how can I say this? If they allow it, right? I think AJ Brown goes off, and if it's not AJ Brown, it's going to be either Smitty. I think one of those two guys go off and they have a crazy game. So, and I hope it is Smitty. I ain't gonna lie, because Smitty on my fantasy, so we do need him to we need him to snap off. So, but I do think they give it up, man, or it's because it's one or two things, and it's just like the Super Bowl. Either they're going to sell out for Jalen Hurts to pick them apart, or you're going to let Saquon Barkley run all over your defense. Michael Penix this week over 2.5 touchdowns. Oh, you out here calling the best. I like it. I like it. So, and he also had a good game too. So, yeah, man, we got some things to look forward to coming up this week with games and stuff like that. But just staying on the Philadelphia Eagles, I really do feel like this is the time they can go in there and end all that allure of the Chiefs and stuff like that, and bring them back to reality, man. I don't know if the Chiefs even make the playoffs, because if they lose and they go 0-2, I don't see them making the playoffs, man. It's too many good teams in a division, man. So we'll see, man. What else I got down here? Also, Dallas Goedert. Oh, big facts. You already know, bro. You already know, man. Chiefs, I mean, all due respect, the Chiefs is banged up. They don't have a team around Patrick Mahomes. Don't get me wrong, they got good players and stuff like that, but they need a team. If you want to win Super Bowls, you need teams, man. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. But moving on, Dallas Goedert, though. Knee injury. All of a sudden, it's a knee injury. And it's no disrespect to Dallas Goedert, because I really do like Dallas. Like, you seen how much they used him last week. I don't understand how my man, and I do understand, but it's like he's always injured. Now, hopefully he can work through it and play this week, because if he can play this week, I know we're going to destroy them. But if he don't play this week, we can still get the job done. It looks a little different on the offense, but it's just like he's a big component to the offense, even if he's not catching, blocking and all that stuff, like helping with the run. You need that out there. So I hope he can be out there. The knee injury that he did sustain, hopefully it's not nothing major that he needs, a surgery, or he's out for an extended amount of time. I just hope that he can get himself together. If he can play, please play. If not, I think we should be suitable with Grant Calcaterra, because I do like when Grant he get out there and he get his reps, because he's reliable. He's just not good at. I want to say his blocking is not it's not as good as Dallas Goedert. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think y'all trading for Tank Bigsby is going to be fun to watch. I hope he gets a couple of carries. Yeah, they said they might use him this week, man. And even speaking on Tank, I think Tank was a great addition. I think he was brought here because, like I don't know if you were here, but Will Shipley, I want to say he got a rib injury, if I'm not mistaken. They got him down here for oblique, but I could have swore somebody said it was a rib injury. So I don't know what the whole situation is with that. But yeah, bringing him in here now, I think he's probably your second best back. I still like AJ Dillon. I still like AJ Dillon. I did like a couple of runs that he got a couple of reps he did take, but I think with Tank Bigsby being younger, he did have a lot of starting reps last year with the Jaguars. And from the tape, man, I want to say I had him on my fantasy. Was it last year? I want to say I had him on my fantasy. That's how I get to know some of these players, like that you don't really hear about. If somebody get hurt, they bring the rookie in or bring somebody in that's been on the bench and they start going off. So, but I think he's going to be a great addition, man, especially behind this offensive line. If this offensive line can hold it together, I don't see why we just don't go run on run on the Chiefs. So we'll see what they do. They got multiple backs now that can take some of the workload off of Saquon. Like I said, AJ Dillon did okay, but we just got to see what they do with Tank Bigsby. I know he only been with a few days now, so I don't know how much they're going to use him. But in the coming future, though, man, we definitely going to see some of Tank Bigsby for sure. So, all right, so facts, and we hope it stay good because that's how you. And all due respect, and you see like how. Not to bring up the Cincinnati Bengals, but like I seen the play of Myles Garrett. Don't get me wrong, Myles Garrett is a great player, but you can tell they invested in the wrong areas of their team. That offensive line is still trash. Same thing with the Giants. You're not giving your quarterback enough time to process what's going on in front of him. It's going to be hard, but then it's also going to be hard to do everything else. Try to run, try to do all this extra stuff. It's going to be hard without a good offensive line. So we'll see, man. But y'all got anything else? Oh, before I move on, before I ask y'all, hold on. I do have this here. Before I got on here, I seen that the Philadelphia Eagles re-signed Hall back to the practice squad, and they did let go Jacob. I want to say his name is Jacob Sykes. So they've been moving players around, creating spots and stuff like that. So I just think it's so weird how they go about doing it because it's like they let him go, he clears waivers, they bring him back, they sign Jacob, then they let Jacob go. This is just so much that go on with that. So, but I still feel like I got to report that to y'all. But I do think the injury report come out at 4 today or 3. Let me see right quick. Oh, and we also got a crazy game tonight. Okay? So the Commanders, I don't know where they play at. The Commanders and Green Bay play tonight. Hold on. Commanders. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like week 1 was crazy. I don't even want to miss a game no more to keep it a buck with y'all. Oh, they play at Lambeau. Ooh, this might be prime time right here. What? Okay. So listen. Micah Parsons. I ain't gonna cap. You know we Philadelphia Eagles fans. We don't like the Cowboys, but Micah Parsons on Green Bay. he had my man Goff running for his life. Okay, running for his life. I like the way that they utilize him, especially when they just brought him in here a few days before. I like how they utilize them. And the whole thing with Green Bay, and I like Jordan Love, but I have not seen the consistency yet in his play. Now this week, he showed off a little something, but at the same time, he got to show it consistently. But the addition with Micah Parsons on their defense, boy, oh boy. I said this finna be something crazy tonight. So we gonna see how Jaden Daniels handles this stuff because, he got both his wide receivers. I know Terry McLaurin wasn't like fully there for training camp and things like that, but at the same time, he's a talented player. I do expect him to be very involved tonight. He's going to have to be very involved tonight if they want to even have an opportunity to win this game. But then on the flip side, if Jordan Love has a bad game, I can see the Commanders winning. because I don't think the defense would be bad. I think it would be more or less how Jordan Love plays. Like I said, I like Jordan Love. I would like him to succeed because I do like I want to when I think of football, I want my team to compete against a good team. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to be going out here playing a bunch of bumps. So Jordan Love, if he can perform on that and be continuous, same thing I said about what's the bull name from the Vikings. He went off in the fourth quarter. Now could have been a one-off because McCarthy. Could have been a one-off because it's the Bears, and the Bears be bearing. So I don't know, but we gonna see tonight, man. Because I like Jaden Daniels too, but they be trying to put him over Jalen Hurts and all that. And I understand he's a good quarterback, but a lot of times I don't see him like this week. They struggled a little bit to me against the Giants. You feel what I'm saying? And I think the if you think, and it could have just been week one. If you think the Giants is anything, Green Bay about to come firing, all cylinders, coming for Jaden Daniels. So, not gonna lie, got Packers -30 defense will give Washington's O-line some trouble. J Love got to get the ball out quicker for him. He do got to get it out quick, because if he don't, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be one like that's what I'm saying. It could be a night where he does like really well, like week one, but it could be a night where it's like 2-3 picks. You know what I'm saying? He gets flustered. He's trying to make something happen, and you don't want that. But that's gonna be a good game to watch tonight, man. Good game, good game, boy. And then that'll either tell us, well, they're both 1-0, right? Yeah. So one of these teams will be 1-1 tonight for the NFC, and that I think that helps with the seeding too later on when we get to the playoffs. So 2 NFC teams, but it could be a good game tonight, man. But how y'all feeling, man, with the Philadelphia Eagles going into Arrowhead? I'm telling you, I feel like we're going to win it. It would be better to know if Dallas is playing. I don't think AJ Brown, I think he gets off. He may not, do a whole lot, because I feel like teams are going to try. It's a copycat league. They're going to try and play AJ the same way Dallas played him. And if Kevin Patullo don't adjust that, then it's going to be the same outcome. But I do think either AJ or Devontae has a crazy night. And like I said, I hope it's Devontae, because he is on my fantasy. I couldn't get AJ this year, but I got Devontae. So hopefully, Devontae go get a dagger and put the dagger in the Chiefs, because statistically they said 0-2 teams don't make the playoffs. So you will start to see the downfall unless, the Chiefs start adjusting next season and getting some help for Patrick Mahomes. But you'll start to see the downfall of these guys, man. They won't have, I don't think they got their allure now, because after the Super Bowl, bro, I'm telling y'all, even when I watched the Chiefs week one, I'm like, they look like they still like slugging along. Like, what's going on? I know my man dating Taylor Swift now. You feel what I'm saying? I know he got a little situation and all that, but I don't see it. I don't see the fire that I used to see when the Chiefs used to come out of there. So, not to say they're still not good, because they're still, a talented team and they got talented players. But that week one, like I said, week one, it's week one. Different things can happen. But I just don't see the Eagles losing this game, man. And we got Breadman back. Jalen Carter going to be in there. And you've seen what he did to him in the Super Bowl. So I'm expecting the same thing from Jalen Carter. I know he got a point to prove. Like I said, that whole situation, you seen my last video. I don't even want to speak on it no more. They done find the man a game check. So, I feel like that's good enough, whatever the case may be. But I think we just all got to be better as people. You feel what I'm saying? Go out there, leave it on the field with your play, and I'm going to leave it at that. But I think Neff going to go off. I think he going, because honestly, he is one of the best, if not the best defensive tackle in the league. So we going to see what he going to do to Patrick Mahomes once again. Yo, he crazy. This guy's hilarious. Yeah, hot two, spit on that thing, pause. But yeah, man, it's oh god, crazy. I see Brandon Graham got a podcast now, and he was like, "Dang man, who made him mad?" Like he was like, "I came here to see you." He's like, "You out here acting like this?" So yeah, man, they said a lot of people called him. I know Darius Slay. I seen he said he called them. Jalen Hurts in the press conference, he said he talked to him and things like that. So just want to make sure that Jalen Carter being, especially the face of the defense, just makes better decisions, man, because he has all the talent in the world. Don't waste it, man. Please don't waste it, especially on Dak Prescott. Dakota Prescott. Come on, bro. A man named Dakota. Come on, man. Crazy. So anyway, man, let's move on. So, but like I said, I ain't want to be on here too long. I don't know if y'all got anything for me. What we got? Stick with Mark Andrews or take a chance with Fanning. What you talking about for this week? For this week for fantasy? I had Mark Andrews. I wouldn't even play him. If you got Fanning Jr., depending on he played for the Browns, right? Y'all got me on here doing my live betting analysis. Hold on. Browns. They put it in there. Yeah. Fanning. There you go. Against the Ravens. Ooh, that's an AFC matchup. Who? Joe Flacco, the quarterback? I ain't gonna lie. I still might go Fanning. Because Mark Andrews, I don't know, man. It's like I said, week one, I can understand, not getting the points that he need, but I felt like they didn't even look his way in the game if you watch the game. So, yeah, I would go with Fanning Jr. I see my man. Shout out to Squishy Dove. He should actually bench both of them. Hey, yo. If you only got the two to play, I play Fanning Jr. to be honest with you. But watch Mark Andrews get a touchdown like on some, they right there in the red zone or something like that. He good for one of those. So, yeah. I might have to play Mark Andrews myself because I have. Is it Brock Bowers for the Raiders? Is that the Raiders tight end? Brock Bowers, I want to say. He snapped first week, but my man, they say he questionable. I ain't get a chance to check him before I got on here, so. But we'll see how it go. But yeah, I play Fanning Jr. You know what I'm saying? Ravens gonna look to make a go off, but yeah, Fanning Jr. should have a decent game though. So, but I want to let me see, make sure I ain't miss nothing. Also, yeah, what you need, Doomsday? I can give you a little higher Roseman. Injury. It's a division. Yeah, it is a division game. So yeah, they're gonna be playing hard. Pause. But yeah. I get fantasy advice too, man. I play fantasy, so I ain't always ready. I'll tell you that because I got cooked week one, cooked. So we'll see. I'll go week two. Shit. Yeah, Squishy Dev, man. Squishy Dev, you got a channel, bro? She might as well start giving out the bets, bro. Yeah, man. But what was I about to say? I got totally off. Oh, Adoree Jackson. So, like I said, with the Chiefs having just Hollywood Brown and then, like I said, Smith Schuster, I feel like because they said they're going to play Adoree Jackson this week. Me personally, I would like to see Jacorian Bennett in there sooner than later. Especially like if Adoree Jackson gets or looks anything like he looked in week one and going against the competition that he's going against, bro, nah, it ain't gonna work out. And then I also heard that there were rumors. Now this, and I saw this. Ward reconstructed his contract, so I don't know if he's going to get traded. I know Nick Sirianni spoke highly of him, so maybe they can get him here. But I feel like that's only going to be an option if they see that Jacorian Bennett is not working out after Adoree Jackson don't work out. So I feel like those two guys have to fail or just be totally trash for them to even move on. And they still got trade, they got draft picks that they can trade and things like that. But I feel like one of those guys, if not both of those guys, have to be absolutely like just terrible. I feel like Vic can adjust with having a Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond out there, two big bodies that can stretch side to side, also north and south. You can drop them in the coverage. You can, like I said, drop one in the coverage, rush the one, and vice versa. So I feel like you can solve that zone that he like to play. So we'll see, man. We'll see what they do. But if they can get Denzel Ward, maybe at a when is it October? The trade deadline, October or something like that. I can't remember, but maybe around that time, they felt like you get like 3-4 games in, because it's always like 4 to 5 games where you can get to be like, all right, we can kind of tell where we're going with this. And then if, like I said, if Adoree's not working out and Jacorian's not working out, And I really do think Jacory works out if he get the reps. But and we know Keely we ain't even seen Keely. No disrespect to him, but we ain't even seen Keely. So I even posed that, like, would you throw Keely Ringo out there just to get, just to get him active? You feel what I'm saying? Against a lesser talent. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what they do, man. We'll see what they do. But like I said, Denzel Ward would be somebody that we should keep our eye on around the trade deadline. I feel like, or it could be now. You never know. How he just. Hey, you can have this player with this draft pick. Like, golly, bro. Like, just chill out, slow down. He said, "No, we trying to win another bowl, baby." Yeah, it's like somewhere around there. Like, I know, like, it's like October, November, something like that. So we'll see. But Denzel Ward is a person I heard that's been rumored to possibly come to get traded to the Eagles, and then they keep talking about Asante Samuel, who is November. Dante, come on, brother. Come on, brother. Wait, what's November 4th? Hold up. We don't play all this here, do we? We play the Niners this. I don't think we play Big Dog. Hold up. November. Oh, trade deadline. My man. Shout out to my boy. Trade deadline. Yes, sir. All right, so November 4th. So sometime around there you might see, like I said, if they don't feel like the people we got, the two corners that we got are or enough depth at that position, that maybe they make that move. So you said we could have Darius back. Bro, that's why I ain't gonna say that's why we got rid of him, but we started if you watched last year, you seen Darius Slay was just getting nicked up every couple of plays. And it's okay because me and Darius the same age. I know I run after somebody, run after the little kid or something like that. My body get to hurting. Like me and my boy about to go play golf tomorrow. If I run too hard, I might pull something. So I understand, but I still feel like even him at his age, he still would have probably been a better suit. Like he might have got cooked a couple of times, but say you got Darius Slay and then you got Adoree Jackson or Jacorian Bennett or something like that. Darius play a couple of plays, you bring Jacorian in or whatever the case may be, just like they did with Mitchell last year. So, in every corner, nobody's perfect. They're going to get burnt sometimes, but yeah, Slay, I ain't going to lie. Slay just trying to get that money, go out good, retirement, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, shout out to Darius Slay, man. And that was also an option too that they might have thought if the Steelers didn't get too far into the because they usually make the playoffs, but if y'all don't go any further than that, they possibly bring him back. But then at that point, it's like, do you want to risk it? Because like you said, he's older, nicked up a lot, and we can't have him getting cooked. So Samuels wants to be ready until hit that like button. I appreciate you, bro. You said. Oh, Asante? Yeah, he has to get a CT. What is it? A CT scan on his spinal? See, like even like an injury like that, all due respect, and for him to be as young that he is, that's crazy, man. Like love football, but it can be a lethal sport. Something like that is, you can take a flyer on it. Maybe offer him a year deal, maybe with the incentives, like that the famous Howie Roseman 1 year deal. Bring him here, see what he can do. But then he still got to get up to speed because you got to think. What do you say, November 4th? What my boy say? November 4th with the deadline. It's you damn near into almost playoff season, so he got to get accustomed to the playbook and what Vic Fangio is looking for and things like that. But like I said, it's just good to have that depth. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I had Chick-fil-A earlier, but it's just good to have that depth overall going into the playoffs. So. For Pittsburgh, Darius is going to be all right, especially when he got. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, they look pretty good, man. You see that they're going out. They got Kenny Gainwell from us, Darius Slay, the super mutant. What's my man name? The wide receiver. Boy built like a tank, bro. That's just crazy. But Metcalf. So they got a pretty good defense. Ramsey. You see Ramsey lay out. What's my man, the wide receiver from the Jets? I said, boy, oh boy. He said, smack. talking all that talk, smack. That's why I love it, man. I love football, bro. So it be little situations like that. I hope my man's okay though. But yeah, smack out of here, boy. Talking about. But yeah, man. Still is looking decent. Still is looking decent. I ain't gonna lie, especially Aaron Rodgers. Plus, I think Aaron Rodgers is another player that older player. You know, you might feel like he still got a little juice left. He might try to make a run to a Super Bowl. So, and it's not like the Steelers ain't used to getting to the playoffs. They just, never have enough talent. And that's what I be sitting there saying. You need a team around you when you start getting into the playoffs because, things start to change. So we'll see, man. We will see. We will see. Garrett Wilson, yeah. Schmack. Yo. Yo, that's crazy, bro. I was sitting there. I'm like, dang, what they said? They showing them arguing at halftime. And at the end of the game, smack. I said, God dang. But he was just laying there. I said, hope he okay. So, but yeah, it's a part of football, man. It's a part of football. You said, wait, Squishy, you a Steelers fan, bro? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, man. That O line, I don't think people understand like them trenches, man. It like how can I? It's like chess. Not to call them pawns or nothing like that, but that's like your first line of defense, man, for your quarterback, even a running back. To make those key blocks, whatever the case may be, open up those gaps so that you can get through. Your quarterback can get through. So, and we know Aaron Rodgers is not running, but even still, he needs the time to like, all right, I need to see what's going on. So I know where to put it at, So I think that's a lot of teams' issues. Like I was watching the Bears. It's like their offensive line wasn't looking too good. Who else was I watching? There was another team. I'm like, golly. Well, we already know the Cincinnati Bengals, their line is just cooked. There was another game. I'm like, Buddy ain't got no time to throw. I can't even remember who it was. I'm like, yeah, Buddy got no time to throw. So yeah, that offensive line, that's why they make the big bucks. So if you ain't got a line, you feel me? You got some picks though. Maybe we can trade you for somebody. We got some people we might be able to get rid of. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. But what else y'all got, man? What else y'all got before I hop off this joint? I've been on this joint 32 minutes. So, let me see if they got anything else on here. I should have got on Twitter. Let me see. It's like every time I do an update on my computer, they do like some weirdness. It resets my like settings because this is not even Google. See? Nah. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me hop on Twitter right quick before I hop over here. Okay. And if y'all still up in here, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. I really do appreciate it. As you know, we're just trying to grow this channel. And like I said, I'm trying to hop on here more and be more active live because people keep telling me, they're like, why don't you go live? And I'm like, bro, I mean, I don't know. I never thought about it. So, plus I be thinking people are at work, but if you was anything like me back when I was a young boy, I'd be in the bathroom, on my phone. That don't even sound right, but you know what I mean. you be somewhere where you're not supposed to be and you don't get caught. That's all. All right, so let's see. Following. Not seeing nothing. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game tonight, man. That's gonna be a real good game. But that's what I'm saying. Like if Jordan Love could just be like, you ain't got to be nothing crazy, bro. Nothing crazy. Just take what they give you. You feel me? Let your defense come do what they do. Let Micah Parks get his 2 sacks. Have Jaden Daniels run crazy. They can win that game tonight, man. And if they win tonight, I'm gonna start to be like, all right, you gotta look at them a little bit more because, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like the Eagles can't be beat because any given Sunday, but at the same time, you gotta start looking to see like what teams are starting to emerge as possible potential threats to the Philadelphia Eagles. So, and they are in our division as well. And we played in week 8 or 10. I can't remember. But I do know we played them this year, so trying to see if there's anything going here. Yeah, Russell Wilson, I don't know, man. I would like to see Jackson Dart though, to be honest with you. I watched him in preseason. I thought he did pretty well, man. He got that dog to him. So not to say Russell Wilson don't, but he's just a little bit older. But then you also want to put your rookie quarterback. Hold on, mom, gotta call you back. But you want to put your rookie quarterback in there and then have him get demolished, and then he out the whole season because he took some type of crazy injury, whatever the case is. So we'll see. But I would like to see Jackson Dart pretty soon, man. But again, that offensive line, it's just not as good as it needs to be. You got to get that quarterback some time. So Super Bowl's another one. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Offensive line was compromised. Had Buddy running for his life. No. I'm gonna answer. She probably called me because she probably see me live. Cause I'm about to hop off here anyway, though. I'm trying to see if there was anything on. That too. I was watching. Yeah, I was watching. I'll leave y'all with this. Dante, stop. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Yeah, they have to, bro, because it's no way you thinking you moving on next season with Russell Wilson as a starting quarterback. It's no way, no disrespect, but you want to get younger at that position so you can start building around your quarterback. Hey, and just back what I was just saying, like I was watching First Take this morning, and they had Dan Orlovsky and Ryan Clark on there, and they both agreed that the Green Bay Packers are the team, the beat. I'm like, and what happened to the Eagles? Like, did we not just won the Super Bowl? We won week 1 too. Like, no disrespect, but trying to say that's the team that's going to be emerging as a potential threat to us. So all I know is this: I like Micah Parks, I like them, but I like my team way better. And like I said, I can't wait. Was it week 8, week 10, whatever? I don't care what week it is, as long as we healthy. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. So it is what it is. But shout out to Stephen A, because you already know he had them Eagles. I don't know what these people be watching. Scary Terry, yeah, this gonna be a good game tonight, boy. I ain't falling asleep on this joint. This gonna be a good one. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, I don't see anything else, man. But let me see. But if we ain't got anything else, man, if you could, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Really do appreciate y'all, vibing out with me. Listen to what I got to say about the team, the Philadelphia Eagles. You already know, man. So, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna get up out of here. Also, listen, watch tonight's game, man. It's going to be a movie. I'm telling you, so it's going to be a movie. But with all that being said, man, I'm gonna holler at you. You already know, D. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, D. Get that golf swing ready, brother. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe, man. I'm gonna holler.